Hello, my name is Nell, and I have things to say. It's been a while since you've seen this noggin on this screen. It's been a while since I filmed a video. I just seem to have been snowed under with a lot of things. Some health things, some mental health things. It just hasn't happened. The filming hasn't happened. See, I have this holiday home. It's in Struggletown. And I never really planned to go there. It's not like I make a booking and go in there. I just kind of wake up there. And I don't know how to get out of Struggletown. Because you can't drive out. So you just gotta wait for the bus. Not many buses go through Struggletown. So I was just there for a while and struggling to get out of Struggletown. I'm still kind of on the outskirts, but you know, out of the main CBD of Struggletown. I've got to stop that analogy. Anyway, things kept coming up that were getting in the way of me filming videos and really in the way of me doing anything productive. I wasn't really writing anything. I wasn't filming anything. I was barely sewing anything. I wasn't tidying up. For the past 3 weeks, I can't really look back and see a whole lot that I've done other than in the past few days when I've really been trying to get back on top of things. And I was kicking myself for being so unproductive for so long. But that's a lie. I wasn't being unproductive. I was resting. And those two things are not always the same. I think a lot of the time we are so focused on output. We are so focused on evidence of productivity. We are so focused on having something to hold in our hand to prove why our time was spent worthwhile. That was a very awful sentence. To prove that our time was spent in a worthwhile manner. Better. We're so used to having to say, what have I been doing all day? This is what I've been doing. Look at what I've been doing. Isn't it nice and a thing? Look at the thing that I did. We say, why am I tired? All I've done is this, that, or the other. And if any of this, that, or the other aren't really worthwhile things, then we think, why am I so tired? That's dumb. I haven't done anything. But the thing is, on the days when you are just wiped out and you can't do anything, the most productive thing you can do is rest. That's it. If your phone is getting really, really low on charge, the most productive thing you can do with it is chuck it on the charger. It's not to continue using apps and making it run out of battery and burn out. That's just pointless. The smart thing to do if your phone battery is getting low is put it on the charger, and we are nothing but phone batteries disguised as meat people, really. So if you need to recharge, don't kid yourself. Well, actually, don't let yourself think that recharging is unproductive, because if you don't recharge, then you will definitely be unproductive. But recharging itself isn't the unproductive thing. If you keep going and burn yourself out, then you will be unproductive. If you know that you're slowing down on something and you really need to rest, but you just push through it, your time isn't being spent as productively as it could be, because what you really should be doing is resting up before continuing that thing. I know that in a lot of cases this isn't possible. If you're studying or if you're in the kind of job that has projects that you need to keep up with, there might be deadlines that you just can't miss. You really have to work yourself into the ground. But if you take a weekend and do nothing on that weekend, if you reach the end of a long work week and then you realize, hey, it's Monday and I didn't do any cleaning and I didn't do any handiwork and I didn't do any craft and I didn't catch up with anyone, I didn't do anything, don't let yourself believe that you had an unproductive weekend, because if all you were doing was recharging from the previous week and getting ready for the next week, that's productive as heck. Pat yourself on the back for that. I know that for me, I have major issues and fears about being unproductive, because for a number of years I was basically bedbound and all I was doing all day was watching DVDs and playing computer games. Some people might think that that's an ideal life. It's only an ideal life if you choose it. If you're sitting in bed and you are playing computer games and you literally can't get out of bed and do anything else, it's not so fun. It's not so fun. When choice is taken away from you, if you are forced to do a fun thing forever, it stops being fun if you have no other options. But for so long, I couldn't be productive and all I had to do was rest. All I could do was rest because there was just no other option, that I really get mad at myself if I rest too much now, because I think I'm worried that I'm slipping back into that pattern of going, oh, well, this is, this is going to turn into, like, 3 years are going to be gone and I won't have done anything. This will be great. I'm scared of losing productivity because I lost so many years of productivity. But I have a body that requires rest more than most bodies. And so one of the most productive things I can do, and one of the best things I can do for myself, is to rest if I need it. And if I've spent a week resting and doing nothing else, that doesn't count as being unproductive, because that's what I needed to do. If you're doing what needs to be done, then you're being productive. And if resting is what needs to be done, then resting is productive. Don't kick yourself, baby. Just slow down. Listen to you. Listen to what your body is saying. And do what it says sometimes. Take it from somebody who's ignored their body enough times to know that a lot of the time it knows what it's talking about. So yeah, resting is not unproductive. Resting is very, very useful. All right. Bless.